Hello, Tom from Confidant Community. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to share a method which is quite simple to address the frozen pipe, water pipe in residential homes in Canada when the weather drops down to minus 20, 25, 30s. It is not uncommon, quite frankly, that some residential homes may experience the water pipe frozen due to the extreme cold weather, like just a few days ago we experienced here in Edmonton, where the CTI state is in Sherwood Park, minus 25 in the last 2 3 days, and 28. Wind chill could be even worse. So what happens in some homes, older homes, some even newer homes, the water pipe could freeze and you will lose the water get into your faucet, your toilet, your sink. This actually happens in my home too. And quite frankly, it is due to either the age, the insulation, or some construction where the pipe goes too close to the outside of wall, cause the water flowing inside basically frozen. So how to resolve it? In the past, I will say in this video, I will give you a quick comparison the way I did in the past few years. It works, but not the best. But then I figure out another new way with the help from friends based on my experience background as a refinery engineer. Okay, so let's get started. First, I will tell you what I did in the past. It works, but it may be not the best, especially comparing to the simple way I came up with in the last few days. It works perfect, and that's why I'm want to share this with the people who are experiencing this issue, because it could be a pretty costly if you are not careful. Not just the inconvenience, it could cause some pretty bad water damage. Okay, so let's get started. So first, I want to show you, here is the one corner of the house where I know the pipes goes in. In the past few years, we have some issues where when the weather really getting extremely cold, the pipes can go frozen. So the water goes to my bathroom, the hot tub and the toilet all start stopping. And actually once it was causing the pipe broken. And as you can see, here is what happened when the pipe broken. We have to cut this whole area and get the pipe fixed, so on and so forth. And later on, we put a kind of decoration cover part. But really, it's because of that. So anyway, in the past, what we do is we cut a hole there on the drywall, and then we put a portable heater. Basically, we constantly blow the hot air into this area to warm the air up and get the frozen pipe unfrozen. This method is fine, but you have to keep this thing on as soon as the weather drops down to outside, say minus 20. And you can't stop it, because even you stop it, it will cause the frozen pretty much right away as soon as the temperature drop down to minus 20 or lower. Okay. The other issue we found is when the weather really cold, like say minus 30 or more, and it will cause sometimes even the air is not working. Even this is not working that well. So this one, I will say most of the time is working, but it does cause quite a bit of energy, and also depending on how you apply this, if you don't find the right spot, it may not even working. But later on, I found another solution, and I will show you quickly. And here is actually the new solution we just started a few days ago. What happened is I had a conversation with my dad. He was a retired refining engineer. And he actually heard my concern on the frozen pipe when the weather goes down to minus 20, 25. He reminded me that in the refining industry, during the cold weather, what they do for those water pipe, they actually open that lower drain points to keep water flowing. In that way, doesn't matter how cold the outside weather is, the water will not freeze. So why not try that? So what I did then is I thought this is a pretty simple idea. So I did is basically tap up the little handle so that you can see the dripping constantly. And I use the kind of a trial and error method, and I kind of gauged the speed of this dripping is pretty much 1 second per drip. And this overall gives me around 1 jar, I would say over the whole daytime, 24 hours in a day, you may need about 2 or 3 jars of milk jars, which is about 4 liters, 3.78 liter. So all you need, use this speed about 1 second per drip. If I go closely, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see I'm a little bit even lower than 1 second, but give or take is about a rate. So for this to open like this way, whenever the weather is under minus 20, it will keep the whole water flowing, no frozen. And I think there is a good reason behind that. There is a heat transfer reason, this and that, but we don't need to get into that nitty-gritty. I think the key point I'm trying to share with is this is probably very good solution because in the last few days I tested it. All you need is tap this up, adjust this dripping speed, and you do need to come back 2 or 3 hours just trying to get a hum, because depending on your situation, it could be getting slower because weather is getting colder. So what you do is tap it a bit more, so return the dripping speed like this. As long as this water is dripping like that, during the cold weather, your pipe will likely not freeze. And that's basically all it is. So I did this to this, and I also did another, as you can see. This is a hot tub I mentioned. It was also dripping there. I don't know if you can see it, probably you can see. Yep. Yeah. So what I do is I just put a kind of milk jar, and normally for the whole daytime, day and night, it may be 2 or 3 jars. That's all you need. And in this way, I managed to have all the water flowing in the last few days when the weather is minus 30. I hope this helps. Thank you very much, and stay warm.